We're live.
Click to reconnect to your destination. Lost access to Facebook.
It's saying we're live.
Yeah. So what is it? It's not letting me in.
Yeah.
There. So I have to remove it. Edit. Save changes. So are we live? Maybe just not on Facebook. I don't know. Because it says we're live, but with an exclamation mark on Facebook. So we'll see what happens. Get an Aussie Mac Zone at YouTube and see if we're live.
Yeah, I'll jump on the YouTube now.
Sorry, everybody, because the computer's saying one thing and the results are maybe saying something else.
Nope. Oh, yep, there we are.
That YouTube?
Yep, we're live.
Okay, so I can go do this bit.
This is Aussie Mac Zone. We'll cover everything Apple, including Macs, iPhones, iPads, and more. All this from an Aussie perspective. Sit back, relax, and insert yourself into the zone. The Aussie Mac Zone.
Everybody, welcome to Aussie Mac Zone, episode 391. And you can tell by our shabby start, it's been a while. We're out of practice. So we're here again now.
We're back.
Zarn, how are you, sir?
I'm absolutely fantastic. Loving lockdown. Life's great. As you can see, I've cut all my hair off. I've shaved my beard. I'm not going crazy. I'm fine.
I've got my hat on, the special hat.
Yep.
So there you go. those people that can see it on YouTube or Facebook if it's working.
I'm just checking to see.
But we don't know.
Now, I don't know if we're on
Getting
Facebook. We're definitely on YouTube.
Yes.
Fantastic.
So people can catch up with us. So while you'll do the research, I'll do some.
Yep. Notification. I'll search.
There we go. So show 391 with Zarn and Michael.
That's right.
So our Aussie Apple ramblings this week. Story 1. iCloud for Windows updated with new password manager app. So Keychain has gone over to Windows as well with iCloud. Yep. So if you've got an Apple phone and Windows machine. So 9 to 5 Mac reports Apple has updated its iCloud app for Windows users, finally bringing a new password manager app. This new password manager app is available with this update and allows users to access and manage their iCloud passwords on their Windows computers. They can add, edit, copy, paste, delete, pardon me, or look up any usernames or passwords saved to their iCloud keychain. View and manage your saved passwords on your Windows PC with the new iCloud Passwords app. Sync your passwords across devices and PC in Edge using iCloud Passwords extension. With the app, users can keep their photos up to date across all devices, including their PCs. They can also create shared albums and invite others to add their own photos, videos, and comments. To install iCloud for Windows, users need Windows 10 version blah, blah, blah or higher and Windows version blah, blah or higher. Don't know why they've written that line twice. Overall, iCloud for Windows includes iCloud Photos, iCloud Drive, iCloud passwords, iCloud mail, contacts, calendars, and bookmarks. Although it is version 12.5, the iCloud for Windows app has only been available for 3 years on the Microsoft App Store. At the time, Apple wrote. The new iCloud for Windows app introduces a new iCloud Drive experience for Windows 10 users, powered by the same Windows technology that also powers OneDrive's Files on Demand feature, enabling users to be more productive offline on mobile devices and quickly share files on iOS. Download iCloud for Windows via the Microsoft Store for free. So there you go. Just another little edge going towards that side of the world.
Yay?
Yeah. Yeah, well, if you're a Windows user, if you're a Windows user and an iPad user or an Apple phone user or prefer Apple Music,
yeah,
I don't know whether Windows even got a music store anymore. So
I don't know. I don't use Windows.
Yep. So there we go.
I use Apple Music all the time. I was using it while I was watching TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. Found a song on one of the shows I was watching. Hit Shazam, got it, and then downloaded the album. I
was using Apple Music today while I'm sitting in the office, and I was listening to War of the Worlds again.
Oh, awesome! Great soundtrack.
Great. Yep. I've just started record 2.
Oh, excellent. So the little car that we bought, it has a Kenwood system that you can plug your iPhone in, and it's got iPod/iPhone play.
Yeah.
Which I love. It's like the old version of the new. But it's really good because I can plug it in and play my Apple Music, and it'll tell me what song it's on. I can change tracks from the stereo because now the iPhone's plugged in. I don't have to touch my phone at all. I can just skip a track and do all that sort of stuff. And I love that even though this, technology that the stereo in the car is probably a 2005 model, it's still got that technology, which is great, and it's still compatible with my newer iPhone.
Excellent.
So, anyway, on this note, so Apple debuts Play, Pause, Delete. It's a game show on YouTube. First episode with, I'm going to say, Coilery.
Yeah.
9 to 5 Mac again. Apple has launched a fun new game show series on their YouTube channel, I should say, today, called Play, Pause, Delete. It features popular artists sharing about themselves when it comes to their perspective on music, culture, and everything in between. The first episode is with rapper Coilery. Here's how Apple describes the new micro game show. This is Play, Pause, Delete, a game show where we ask your favorite artists to make a tough decision about music, culture, and everything in between. The rules are simple. We'll give you them 3 options from a series of personalized categories, and watch as they select 1 to play, 1 to pause on, and 1 to delete. The first episode with rapper Coilery, aka Big Trendsetter, is about 6 minutes long and covers everything from what music she's listening to, thoughts on birthday gifts, favorite venues, superpowers, and more. There's more in the note. There's also a link to the video. Check it out. It's pretty good. I thought it was funny.
Well, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Just 6 minutes, something simple.
I love a good game show as well. Especially, I'm a big fan of all the comedy British game shows that really don't go anywhere and have any points, but they're still a game show. Which is good.
And so we had bad news this week about our British game shows.
I know. Absolutely devastated. I'm not normally sad about celebrities passing away because I don't know them. You know, yes, I see them on television, but there's that detachment.
Yeah.
But with Sean Locke, I've watched so much of his stuff, and I really like his comedy. All the panel shows he does, he's great. And Kellyanne and I watch a lot of 8 out of 10 Cats, a lot of 8 out of 10 Cats' Countdown. We've watched, the 15 story, whatever it's called, his show, which has slipped my mind at the moment. And I was actually sad. I really liked Sean Locke. I thought he was a funny guy. What got me too was the notes on Twitter from John Richardson, from Jimmy Carr.
Jimmy Carr, yeah.
From like a whole bunch of different comedians, right, to the older comedians that were working with him when he first started. And it was an actual shock and sad, especially because he really didn't sort of put it out into the public that he was sick.
No.
He just sort of, I noticed that he started to fade away on 8 out of 10 Cats when Rob Beckett sort of started taking over for him. And I just thought, he must be doing his own thing. Can't wait to see it. And then you find out that no, he was actually really sick. He passed away, and he's got a family, and
he's young too.
Yeah. Right. And so, I was actually a little bit sad because again, made me laugh a lot.
Yes.
Just some of the silly things he did.
And you weren't expecting it, like.
Yeah, I know. Have you got a mascot today, Sean? Well, actually, what I've got is some signs. or a book, that he'd written, which wasn't actually a book; it was just horrible insults, just
very clever man.
Be a great,
and really simple, simple,
really simple, but absolutely funny nonetheless. Dry, And I think it is an absolute loss. Definitely here in Australia and Britain, where we watch those shows. So that's my 2 cents worth on Sean Locke. Great loss. So anyway,
all right. So
cool. Why? Yes, there we go.
Why Tim Cook thinks Australia a perfect tech breeding ground. Australian Financial Review reports, having reinvented personal computers, tablets and phones, Apple has arguably done more than any other company to shape the present. Its CEO is now trying to reframe how to engage with the internet. From AFR's Australian Financial Review's Platinum 70 magazine, which was out on August 20. Having reinvented personal computers, tablets and phones, Apple has arguably done more than any other company to shape the present. Its CEO is now trying to reframe how to engage with the internet. When Tim Cook took over as CEO of Apple almost exactly 10 years to the very day, it was akin to following on from Jesus Christ. The iPhone, unveiled in 2008 by Cook's predecessor Steve Jobs, had been dubbed the Jesus phone due to the religious-like fervour it stirred up in fans, and the saviour moniker rubbed off on the boss. Upon the release of the iPad in 2010, The Economist depicted Jobs as Christ on its cover. Now, more direct story if you have a subscription to the Australian Financial Review, but I've got some 9 to 5 Mac quotes from the article. Tim Cook's 4 a.m. start to the stuff of legend. A new interview with the CEO opens with his explanation of why he's at his desk by 4 a.m. Cook says 4 a.m. is the one time of the day when he's in control. I do that because I can control the morning better than the evening and through the day. things happen through the day that kind of blow you off course. The morning is yours, or should I say the early morning is yours. He then gives us the usual spiel about using a chunk of time to read hundreds of customer emails. I cannot read all of them. I'd not admit to doing that, but I read an extraordinary number of them. It keeps my hands on the pulse of what customers are feeling and thinking and doing. He forwards them around the company to whichever team he thinks needs the feedback. It's a randomized way of keeping in touch with the various corners of the Apple empire. He's a great believer in augmented reality. Tech can be used for good or bad. Apple makes tech designed to enrich people's lives. The company thinks very carefully about everything it does. Apple is driven by its values. Privacy is a human right. He welcomes competition. Apple only has customer interests at heart in things like App Store control. Apple has enabled $600 billion worth of revenue for developers. Another thing now becoming a standard part of Cook interview is that it's Apple's actions that should come under regulatory scrutiny, but the company doesn't think it's doing anything wrong. The technology industry has become such a big piece of the economy, it's natural that it would be looked at. Any kind of regulation should be justified by being great for the user. Regulation needs to improve someone's life, just like an invention or a technology needs to improve someone's life as well. Cook said that taking over from Jobs wasn't his greatest challenge. The pandemic was. A huge challenge is losing total control, and so all of a sudden, you know that you're no longer in control over your destiny. That this pandemic had a strange way of shaking us all and remind us that we're not the ones deciding. So yes, there's more from the Australian Financial Review link in our page, and from the 9 to 5 Mac link in our page.
That's really interesting that he took a look at the pandemic that way, where it shows you that we're not in control. I think that's the problem with most people and the pandemic is that they've realised that we aren't in control, and not just us, the government, the medical facilitators. We're not in control. Like, we're not this indestructible force.
That's correct.
We're just humans, and we're just animals like everybody else. If we get sick from something that we can't fix, it's out of our control.
Yes.
And this is another reason why I think the vaccine is so important too, because the vaccine gives us a chance to take back just a little bit of control.
Yes.
We may, it makes us a little bit more, a little less vulnerable, even though you can still get it. It makes you a little less vulnerable to death and that sort of stuff. So putting the control back into your hands. And on saying that, I don't see why people, well, I do see why people are scared of it. They've been scared of everything. And I use that argument about electricity when electricity first came about, and people thought it was the devil, literally. It was the devil, and didn't want to get electricity in their houses because they thought it would kill them. Electricity can kill you, but if you've got your house wired properly, it's not gonna.
That's right.
And I think that's the same with what this happened. We've seen this happen before. Luckily, we have the technology now to do our best to try and stop it. And I think that's what he's talking about there. Losing that control and everything like that. And so I really like that analogy. It was quite good. Yeah,
and he's the boss of the number one company, and he's admitting it's very challenging.
Yeah. He's saying, and in that, even though he only says this is Shannon, but in that statement, he admits he's only human.
Yeah.
If you read between the lines, he's saying he's only human, and he's of that age too. Where now, the same as you, if he got it, he could die.
Yeah.
And I think that was a really big statement. I really liked.
And Apple was supposed to be back at work, but that's been delayed because of the rise in cases in America again.
Yeah.
Even though lots of people have been vaccinated, they're still getting an increase.
Do you remember Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I cannot, Melissa something or another her name was.
Yeah.
She got it. She'd been vaccinated, but she still got it. And not once when she was making the video did she put the vaccine down.
Yeah.
Because, yes, she was sick, but you could see that she wasn't dying.
Big difference.
Absolutely. And like I said, you could see she was very sick and but she wasn't huffing and puffing like when you see the people that get it and they're not vaccinated and they, you can see that their breath's been taken away and that sort of thing.
It's like when you get the flu shot, you can still get the flu.
Yeah, exactly. But
because it hasn't got that variant, this year's variant. It's only got last year's variant.
Yeah.
Not this year's variant in the
and
list.
It will make you sick. It can make you, the flu can still make you sick, but you're not going to be down and out for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
You'll probably be down and out for 3 or 4 days.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
And I think that's the good thing. Anyway, we'll get off that.
We'll go for it. So, gaming?
Gaming. I've actually got gaming.
Have you done any?
I've done a lot. Funnily enough, I don't have anything else to do. So Detonation Racing is what we're looking at here, the first gaming. This it's chaotic, right? As you can see, it's called Detonation Racing. The little bomb symbol there is because you can blow up the track as you're driving. Not you. Sometimes it hits you. I've done it to myself. But mostly it's to get rid of other races so you can win the race. This driving game, it's non-stop. You don't have control of the accelerator. It is just flat stick. You don't really have a brake except for a drift brake. You pull it, the car slides, you go around a corner, it keeps accelerating. So you've got to, it's fast. And you've got to be good. I keep hitting the walls. I'm not good at it. Don't get me wrong, but you've got to be good. And it's fast as hell. Like it's so fast. On top of this, if you get these drifts right and you're overtaking and you're drafting other cars, you get points, and these points build up and give you detonation.
Yeah.
You're in front, and there's someone coming up behind you. Once you pass a certain point, and there's signs everywhere, you can hit that detonation button, and boom, he's gone. You're blown away, and you're still in the lead. And so you're building up enough energy, you're doing that sort of stuff. You can't brake, you can't stop, you can't slow down. You've just got to keep driving. And it's excellent that if you're hoping for that big motor sound, though, it's not there. They're electric cars, and they've got that wind of an electric car, which is still, to be honest with you, I really like the sound.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, it makes you feel like you're almost on a slot car track.
Yeah.
Because you're going that fast, you can't brake, you can't stop. You've just got to keep turning and hope you don't come off. And so I found it was so much fun. And the electric sound, I don't know, it really did sort of make the game. I don't know if the V8 sound would have been better. I've played these sorts of games before where you did have control of the accelerator and all that sort of stuff, but they were the doomsday driving, sort of games. And the big V8 rolls and everything like that didn't give the game any more interest. For some reason, that electric wind, when you hit the handbrake and slide, it slides and sort of cuts out for a second and then cuts back in and goes with that instant power. There's something about it. So I really like that. The game's still a little bit glitchy, but it's only new. And so I can look past that because of how good the driving was and the explosions, and it's got this terrible, like, noughties dubstep party remix going on in the background, and it sort of makes the game funny.
Yeah.
And, you know, even though you're blowing up your phone, and you can get quite serious in that sort of shoot 'em up scenario, but this dubstep is just terrible, which makes the game funny. And when you're going on and you're swapping tracks and you're leveling up, you've got a host, and the host is wearing that symbol, the bomb symbol with a smile, as a helmet.
Yeah.
And he's, you know, explaining to you, so you're going to go out on the racetrack and blow everything up, but you already knew that. You know, why else would you be here? And so it's got that sort of adrenaline pumping. You're all going to go out and blow everything up and die probably. And so it really is sort of a little bit of a blast from the past of the early, you know, sort of 2000s gaming, like the drive and destroy sort of games, which was good. I really liked. It was just a lot of fun. I'm going to give it 3 out of 5 apples just because there still is a little bit glitchy, but they will fix it. I know they will. And it'll be a really good game. There's a lot of levels. There's a lot of driving. There's a lot of, each time you go on to a new level, you get a new instructor. Your host stays the same, but you get a new instructor. The instructors are just as crazy as the host. One of them says, "You're my baby now. You know, I'm going to nurse you into this car." It's but very funny, very fun, very fast. And if you like driving games, which I do, you'll get a kick out of this one.
Excellent.
Game number 2. Tetris.
Yeah.
That's all. No. Need I say more, though? Do I need to say anything else? Apple Arcade has Tetris. It's called Tetris Beat. I know I don't really need to say much more than that, but I'm going to. I know you're as excited about it as I am. Who doesn't love this game? I don't know anyone that doesn't like Tetris.
Yeah.
You won't be disappointed in this at all. Like, it is Tetris. It does have a little bit of a difference. So you're still playing Tetris, but there's a dance music again going on, and you've got to stay to that beat. It is, unfortunately, again, terrible naughty sort of dance and dub that it's doing it. There must be a comeback of this at the moment. I don't know, because I've been hearing it on a lot of sort of music that has been released and games and sort of stuff like that they have this terrible dubstep coming back. And so, but if you stick to the beat of the dubstep, you actually get better points.
Yeah.
So when you're dropping down, you get these better points. You get better chances. You get better, more choice on what you want to do with the block. If you get it right, you can actually pass the block and get another block, which was really cool. So you don't have to always. You can only do that once, but you don't always have to use that same block.
Yeah.
You can swap a block once, bring that next block down. Swap a block again, bring that block down. And so, yeah, I don't want to say much more about it because I know everyone would be excited about Tetris. So play it. Just go and play it. I don't even need to say that because I know you will, because it's Tetris. So as soon as I say Tetris, so people are going to be like, "Oh, yep, sweet." They're not even watching us anymore. They're downloading it now. Like, it was at one point the biggest selling game in the world.
Yes.
And I understand why, because for something so simple, it's so addictive. You want to get that there. You want to build it up. You want to, keep playing it. It was for me anyway. I really enjoy this game.
Yeah.
So, play it. You will. I know.
Excellent.
Yeah, I gave it 4.3 3
Yeah.
apples out of 5, and the only reason I gave it 4.3 apples is because it wasn't the original.
Excellent. So I haven't got really anything to talk about video wise.
I do.
I've been enjoying Ted.
Yeah, me too.
Even the Christmas edition of Ted.
Oh my god, the Christmas edition was hilarious. It was one of my favorite episodes, I think.
And that's one of that. Like they said because it wasn't really part of the story.
Yeah,
they just sort of ended it in really easy, so it's not really part of the story. So you can watch it at Christmas time and enjoy it again without any problem whatsoever. You know, because it's not.
It's a Christmas episode. It means at Christmas time, if you want to watch something funny, you can just chuck that on.
Yeah,
and it's absolutely downright hilarious.
It was great. God. It was really good.
I laughed so much. What's his name? The soccer player that's now left. Oh, I can't remember his name. He cracks me up. He is so dry and just brilliant he's brilliant at it. He's so good at being that dry and not laugh. I don't know how he doesn't laugh. Like, I want to say,
maybe they do heaps of retakes.
I know. I want to see the outtakes for that because he is so dry and it's so well done. I just can't I can't deal with it half the time. I'm losing. So's Kellyanne. We're both just cracking up at it. Hey.
Yeah. No, very good. What else we made? Oh,
the last episode of Smigadoon.
Yeah. Surprising show, that one. Yeah. Good to watch. Lots of fun.
Yeah.
Like again, simple.
Yeah. Really, really well done.
Yeah.
Just hilarity at its best.
Yeah.
Like, so simple, so funny, and from its time that sort of doesn't exist anymore, with the musical and the old, I Love Lucy style comedy.
Yeah.
And
where the guy he just wasn't going to sing, right? Even with that part where he goes, they start playing the music, he's going, nah, yeah. Nah, I'm not going to sing. No.
I'm not doing it.
Little things like that, like very good. Yeah. So
I've recently reshaped my office and I've put the desk and everything at the window so I can see outside. I needed go away. I needed because I've been in lockdown, so I just needed that window to sort of be able to see outside. And on live YouTube, I just want to say my wife was just twerking at me at the window because she can, and so I'm gonna dob her right in. That was very funny. What else have I been watching?
So we've been doing all the Star Wars movies.
Oh, cool! Yeah, we only just did those as well.
Mm-hmm.
We're rewatching Castle.
Yeah.
I really liked the Castle series, and so we rewatched that. We're watching a new one called Bull, which you would really like.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever watch NCIS?
Yeah.
So it's got the blonde bloke out of that, not McGee, the other one. And he is a psychologist. He's got a doctorate in psychology and something else, I think. And he runs a law firm.
Yeah.
But he psychoanalyzes the whole system to guarantee a win, basically. And it's very good. It's very funny, very smart. I really liked it.
I've been watching Not Going Out on YouTube.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. What he does is he releases one little part out of it, like on Tuesday, and another like the whole episode on Friday.
Yep.
Once a week. Lee Mack.
Yep. I like Lee Mack. He's very funny as well.
Yeah.
What else have I been watching? I'm trying to think. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah. Just lots of. I've been watching some old Jim Clark stuff.
Yeah.
Jim Clark, old Formula One driver who died young.
Oh, Mighty just reminded me. Mighty Car Mods on YouTube.
Yeah. Which one?
Hey?
What's it called?
Mighty Car Mods.
Oh, yeah.
Aussie guys, about my age. Maybe a little bit younger. And they're turboing a postie bike at the moment. Just for shits and giggles, you know?
Yeah.
And so I've got to watch the next episode to see how they went. I want to see it run. I think it'll be hilarious.
And there's also a thing on YouTube, something life. I can't remember what it's called now. Anyway, all it is 5-10 minutes worth of photo, like old photos up until about the 80s.
Yeah.
But I took a photo of the screen yesterday because one of them was the first known wheelie.
Oh, cool.
On a car.
In a car, yes.
Yeah, like back in the 1940s or something.
I was going to say it would be like not 40s or 50s or something, wouldn't it be the 50s?
So I sent that to took it and sent it to John.
Yeah.
He's a family member who works at the dragway when he's can work at the dragway. People, that's all. So
I've been watching a fair few YouTube channels that have to do with restoration, like car restoration.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Well, nothing I can remember the name of. I've also been what have I been watching? Just old stuff that I've already watched. Sort of rewatching things. Older. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yep.
So, story?
Yep. Where are we? Sorry, guys. I read that one. There we go. Handcuffed woman uses Apple Watch to summon help during a home invasion.
Yeah.
iMore reports Apple Watch to rescue once more. We've heard tons of stories about Apple Watches saving lives, but they've usually involved the wearables' health-related features. This time, an Apple Watch helped a handcuffed woman contact her mum while a home invader rummaged through her belongings. According to local reports, the West Milford, New Jersey woman came home to find a man in her room. After demanding money, the man handcuffed the woman to a bed, at which point she was able to use her Apple Watch to text her mum. Police later arrived just as the man was leaving. After being held captive for more than an hour, the victim complained she was cold, sitting on the floor. According to her statement to the police, this led Canning to handcuff her to the bed, leaving her hands free with evaded states, and allowed the daughter to text her mother. It's just telling the story again. Using her watch to call police. Amazingly, the woman's mother was upstairs throughout, seemingly unaware of what was going on. The mother came downstairs to check on her daughter, unsure whether the message was serious. She was met by Canning, who pointed the airsoft gun.
Which I think is one of these new gel blasters.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. They look real. Like they do look real.
Yeah, they do. Which she and her daughter believed to be a lethal firearm. At her again demanding money. Money records claim. Money. Thankfully, the police were able to apprehend the man, at which point they also found car keys belonging to the woman's neighbour. While these stories tend to involve features like the ECG app found on Apple Watch Series 6, the woman's quick thinking was enough to outsmart her home invader and save the day.
Yep.
Sending and receiving messages is one of the best Apple Watch features that most people don't make enough use of. Thankfully, this wasn't the case here. Yeah, more in the notes. That's really cool.
It was. And that reminded me to, like, when I sent you the photo, but then I said on my watch that I'd actually send it to you because it had been a couple of minutes from when I sent it to you.
Yep.
And I wanted to make sure you got it because my phone's in silent mode. So
yep. Awesome.
Anyway, so we go to this one. So Exhibition Web at 30 celebrates 30 years of the web with 30 key moments. The Drum reports Web at 30 is a brand new exhibition brought together by the Centre for Computing History with support from Raspberry Pi and Receptional. It builds on the success of 64 Bits, an acclaimed digital archaeology exhibition, which has popped up at digital festivals in London and New York over the last decade. This new show will celebrate 30 years since the first website was launched by Sir Tim Berners-Lee at CERN on August 6, 1991. On display will be 30 pieces of hardware and software which either made the World Wide Web possible, or have contributed to internet culture and commerce ever since. Jason Fitzpatrick, Chief Executive Officer and founder of the Centre for Computing History, said, "This exhibition is a vital curation of web history. With a generation now born connected, it is imperative that we show how we arrived at the web. We know today. This interactive display is a great way to show just how much things have changed in a very short time."
Absolutely.
Visitors will be able to get hands-on with the first browser, webcam, and affordable modem, as well as see examples of early digital art, comics, games, memes, and zines. Zines, sorry. They also find free beginner-friendly workshops run by Raspberry Pi, where kids and adults can get creative with coding and simple electronics, which I use all the time.
Yeah.
Jim Bolton, founder and curator of 64 Bits and Digital Archaeology, added, "The last 30 years have been the birth of the information age, equal in magnitude to the transition to the modern world from the Middle Ages. Web at 30 is vital to ensuring that future generations know as much about the recent history of the web as they do about the early history of books." Yeah. And Gordon Hollingworth, Chief Product Officer at Raspberry Pi, commented, "Computing is for everyone. We're looking forward to showing people how they can get creative with the code, making games, and building simple electronic devices. We encourage everyone to come and get hands-on with digital technology that shapes our world." The Centre for Computing History is also seeking corporate sponsors to support the Web at 30 archive after the event and bring it to more cities across the UK and the world. Dean Rowland, director of Receptional, concluded, "Our company wouldn't exist with the advent of the digital age, the launch of the very first website, or the rise of Google, Facebook, and our other partners. We get so much from helping businesses achieve their goals through digital, so we're proud to support Web at 30 and inspire the next generation." The exhibition will take place at the Grand Arcade in Cambridge from July 26 until September 3. More in our link below.
Man, I wish I could go to that.
Yes.
That'd be
Don't
so
we what?
cool.
Don't we what? So it would be more than going to, what's the place? Questacon.
Yeah.
Which is another place we'll be going to when we get back on track. All three of them are ready for it now.
Oh, they are, definitely.
Yeah.
The boy, like, just in that, talking about born into technology, like, my boys love technology, and they love playing on their iPads. They found Roblox by themselves by watching YouTube,
Yeah.
and because they're allowed to watch kids' YouTube. And so they'd watch kids' YouTube, and then they found Roblox, and they're like, "Can we download Roblox?" And we had no idea what it was, And so he downloaded Roblox for Mason, and then Hunter got really into it. And Hunter's more into it than Mason.
Yeah.
And now, and he's 4. But they know how to turn on their iPad, get in the Roblox, set up a game, go in and play with kids their same age online.
Yeah.
And they're from all over the world. So he's playing with kids that are in between, sort of 4 and 10 from all over the world.
Anywhere. Yeah.
It's amazing. They have no idea that, when I was 5, I didn't even have a house phone because we lived in a farm and had no electricity.
It was evil.
It's phenomenal. And even within my 43 years of existing, it's changed so much.
Yeah.
I never thought.
We're lucky.
Yeah, we are. We really are. Like self-driving cars. I always thought that KIT was make-believe. And then, like the Tesla company comes along and does it.
Yeah.
It's really cool. And so I'd love to go and check that out.
But I'm a car person.
Hey?
I'm a car person. I enjoy the drive.
Oh, yeah, me too. Absolutely. But it's still amazing that you can do it.
You can say, go there.
Yeah. And you've got to keep your hands, on the wheel and everything like that, and drive and like make sure. But other than that, you really don't have to do anything else. Like it'll take turns.
Well, I do use cruise control, so like I'm halfway there.
Yeah, I use cruise control all the time.
Yeah,
it actually stops me from speeding. So this is why I use it.
Yeah.
So we've got some how-tos.
Yeah, we do have a how-to. Yes.
Yeah. So, how to bring your old Mac back to life by installing Chrome OS on it for free. That's interesting. Is there an old, out-of-date Mac that you desperately miss using? Yes. Well, you're in luck. I am. Because it's incredibly easy to install a modern version of Chrome OS on an old Intel Mac for free. Cloud ready. It's a new product by any stretch, but I had always been itching to try it out. Just last year, Google acquired Neverware, the company behind Cloud Ready. This means that Google offers an officially sectioned way of reviving old computers with Chrome OS. Here's how to get Cloud Ready up and running on an old Mac. 9 to 5 was able to get Cloud Ready running on a 2014 Mac Mini and a 2012 13-inch MacBook Pro. Both of these machines have run-of-the-mill specs for either time. Each of these Macs are 4 gig of RAM and much older Intel processors. Neither run recent versions of Mac OS particularly well, and they certainly aren't good for power-hungry tasks. The MacBook Pro model that I use for this experiment only runs a macOS up to Catalina, so it's already out of date. The Mac Mini that I use can run Big Sur, but is severely underpowered. Being 7 years old and not physically upgradable, limitations of Neverware's version of Chrome OS, Neverware's variant of Chrome OS has a few limitations that you should keep in mind. It is based on Chromium rather than Chrome. That's why you'll see blue icons rather than googly multicolored ones. Okay, yeah, cool. You cannot install Android apps on Cloud Ready like you can on an official Chrome OS computer. It can only run Chrome app, progressive web apps, and websites. Cloud Ready does come with a few other native apps like a simple file app and wallpaper picker, but that's about it. Other things to keep in mind is how often you'll get updates. Cloud Ready doesn't get updates in tandem with the shipping version of Chrome OS. However, it does get regular updates and runs a secure version of Chrome OS that supports the modern web. There's more in the notes. Now, this is really cool. You know the old Mac I've got here, the big flat screen thing that we updated and were using. We could definitely run that on that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. And that'd be awesome if I could set that up for the boys as like a Chrome, like a Chromebook, to do their schoolwork and stuff on. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
And it'll also give a new use to that old Mac, which I really don't want to get rid of because I love
it. So, yeah, it's worth a try, eh?
Yeah, I reckon so.
Certainly worth a try, yeah.
Yeah.
So we will try that. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to zoom into each other and have a go.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, anything else?
Yeah. Be safe. Be nice.
Safe, yeah. Get zapped.
Yeah, get zapped. And be nice.
Be nice to people.
Because we're all going through the same thing.
Yeah.
And it sucks. I know in New South Wales, especially in the Sydney region, you know, where we're only allowed out an hour a day in some places. We're only allowed to go to the shop once. We need permits to leave 5Ks out of our area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know it's hard. But we're all in it together.
Yeah.
So if we're nice to each other and we support each other from afar because we're not allowed too close.
I do have one comment.
Yep.
I've tried to do some online. I tried doing some online shopping on the weekend.
Yep.
So I've done online shopping, JB Hi-Fi, and perfect. Right.
Yep.
That was a couple of weeks ago, I admit.
Yep.
Right. Easy. You know, half-hour pickup, whatever. My local computer shop that I buy parts through.
Yep.
Perfect. I just place the order, walk down and drive down and get it.
Yep.
Like that's it. But I've tried some of the bigger shops. Yeah.
Awesome.
Decomp. Perfect. All over the place, people.
Yeah. James Taylor works at Decomp in Windsor, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
See James at Decomp in Windsor. Tell him Zarn sent you. You'll love that.
Yes. But my challenge has been some of the bigger ones.
Yep.
Bloody hopeless.
Oh,
hopeless. Like we tried to order something online. I tried to use the iPad, didn't work. The grocery shop, you do it and then it's delayed, or you got to pay for it up front, even though they don't know what's in stock when they're going to do the picking and all that sort of stuff, right?
Yep.
But
it's terrible.
Just one example was we ordered some stuff.
Yeah.
One thing was $35 and one thing was $6.
Yeah.
Click and collect, no problem. So then they put the $35 thing was going to be ready in a couple of days, even though there was only one in stock. It was going to be ready in a couple of days, all right. And the $6 thing was no longer in stock. So then they want to deliver that and charge us $15 delivery. So they got told to just cancel everything and forget of it.
Absolutely.
And give us our money back.
Yeah.
And another one was I ordered something beginning of August.
Yeah.
Was shipped on the 4th of August. Got as far as the Granville postage thing and got stuck in there. And I did a couple of inquiries with the postal system.
Yeah.
And then today they said, it shows that it's been delivered to somewhere in Moorebank, not Penrith. And then they also said, it hasn't got the right address on it. But no one came here. They said it's only got like part of the address, not the unit number. All the postie people know me.
Yeah.
And like, why would it go from Granville to Moorebank when it never came to Penrith?
Yeah.
Because it says so on the list. So either someone's telling a fib.
Yep.
Or they have no idea what's going on.
Yep. And is this with Australia Post?
Yeah. Yeah. And that was today after making another inquiry on the weekend, said it was going to be delivered today. Yeah. Then they said, it's got the wrong, it's not addressed properly. How would they know that if they've never even got to Penrith, they wouldn't know.
Yeah, that's right.
So anyway, but please be patient, people.
Yeah.
Please be patient.
I just want to shout out, like, for postage and that sort of stuff, the shaver shop. We have done, home haircuts, and we needed clippers, so we went to the shaver shop. This was coming from Melbourne. They packaged it up and said, look, it's going to be here by the 26th or they got it here to us on Friday, which was last Friday.
Yeah.
So it was like 5 days early. It was really quick. It was really simple to purchase on their website.
Yeah.
They were really nice. They sent me multiple emails when every location that it went to.
Yeah.
And so it was such a good experience to not have to worry about that, because when you're buying a shaver and stuff, it's not cheap, and it was such a good experience. I was really happy with it, and so I just wanted to shout out the shaver shop and say thank you. We're not sponsored by them, by the way. This isn't a sponsored anything. It's just me saying thank you for in this lockdown, silly lockdown thing that.
But buying my crap is why, like everything I've ordered from Amazon in the last 3 months has all turned up early.
Yeah,
I even got a refund on some of the postage because it arrived late.
Yep,
it still arrived earlier than I was expecting, but it arrived late according to them. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Like so it just doesn't make sense. Some people need to improve their IT department skills or whatever.
Yep.
But don't do it from the emails that people are sending you, because they're crooks. Yep. I get like 500 emails a day saying, we've looked at your website and we think we can improve get you to number one on Google. Exactly the same wording from 50 different people. Exactly the same.
Yeah.
There's some poor Russian guy's name floating about on the web at the moment, getting flogged because he keeps turning up on all these emails as well. So, all right. So what have we got? We've got, don't forget, show notes each week and the show upload. The link being
there we are. AussieMaxZone.com.au/ANZ391.
Yes.
There you'll see the weeks of show notes.
You can email Michael or Zarn or Michael at AussieMaxZone. That's right. .com.au.
Yeah. However you get us into your earballs or eyeballs. Like us. All right.
It just helps others find us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apple News. Check us out there, Aussie Max Zone. But thanks to our supporters, you, our listeners, the most important people. Over to Zarn for that infamous sign-off.
Excellent. Again, be safe, everyone. Be nice. Get a jab. It
Yeah.
helps. And thank you all for watching, listening, everything like that. So remember, guys, an apple a day keeps the androids away. Bye.
Thank you.